Hey guys, it's Ingrid, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my favorite go-to recipes. This is my chicken pesto pasta that I literally make at least 1 to 2 times a week. It's really yummy, it's quick, and it's healthy. So for this recipe, you will need some brown rice pasta, some chicken, pesto, and I get mine from the Santa Monica Farmers Market, but they also sell this at Whole Foods as well now. I have some olive oil, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, I have salt, pepper, and chicken seasoning. And then behind me, I just have a pot of water on the stove that's heating up. Now, whenever I make this pasta, it's usually at the end of a long day when I don't want to spend a bajillion hours in the kitchen, but I still want to make something homemade that's good for me. So I pretty much take every shortcut I can get. So what I do with the chicken as far as seasoning goes is first I keep it really simple. I start off with a little bit of salt, so I just sprinkle it over one side. I don't even worry about the other side right now. A little pinch of some pepper and some chicken seasoning. And you can be pretty generous with the chicken seasoning, so your chicken really has a lot of flavor to it. I used to be somebody that didn't season my food, and then I realized, oh, it makes a huge difference when you season your food. A gigantic difference. My chicken is seasoned now, so I'm gonna take it over to a pan back there that I have heating up with a little bit of olive oil in it, and I'm going to place this seasoned side down into the pan. Everything already smells really good, and I love the sound of sizzling food. It just makes me really happy, and it makes me feel like, yep, this is cooking, even though this is a super simple recipe. So now I'm going to season the other side of the chicken, since we have the seasoned side face down. And this is a really great way to season your meat without having to like flip it over and spend extra time. You're kind of getting multiple things done at the same time, which I am all about, multitasking. And spilling, apparently. I was actually gonna say, as I was talking about multitasking, I like to clean and cook at the same time, so I'm not left with a huge mess in the kitchen. And look at that, I made a mess to clean up. I'm gonna add my brown rice pasta into the boiling water, and I'm just putting a little bit of salt in, and that just helps season it. And the pasta goes in like that. I normally let this cook for 7 to 8 minutes, so I'm actually gonna set a timer here because a lot of times I'll like end up cleaning or something and then, oh crap, I've overcooked my pasta, and mushy pasta isn't always the most pleasant thing. The chicken is now ready to be flipped, I just realized, so I'm gonna come in here and just flip these guys over. You can kind of see with chicken when it's about halfway cooked on one side, because you'll see the edges start to get white, and that's when you kind of know, okay, it's time to flip things over. And it'll usually be like a light golden brown on the other side. I used to be really paranoid about cooking any kind of meat that was raw because I was afraid, oh no, it's not going to be fully cooked. And the more you cook, the more you learn. So it's good to just dive in and expect that you're maybe not going to make the most delicious meal ever, but at least you tried, and it's all a learning process. So I've timed everything so it actually all finishes at the same time. So the chicken is done, and I'm just going to turn off the heat, let that sit and cool down a little bit. I'm just going to take my pasta strainer and put this in the sink. And then I have my safety gloves here. Of course, they're polka dotted with bows on them. And I'm going to strain the pasta like that. Give it a good little wiggle. So then I'm just gonna pour this back into the original pot. And this helps you save an extra dish, which is nice because I don't wanna be washing a bajillion things over here. All right, now it's time to bring everything together. So I'm going to take my pesto, and sometimes I use an entire package, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends, and I don't measure, I just pour it in. You may notice that I have the dairy-free pesto, and that's actually because I started making this recipe when I was doing the Whole Life Challenge, which is basically a mental, physical, and holistic life challenge. And there's a diet part to this challenge that's really strict, but it really helped me understand what's in my food. It helps you, when you grocery shop, to feel empowered because you know exactly what's going into your meals. You learn how to read labels on packaging, and you honestly would not believe what is in some foods nowadays. So after the challenge ended, since I did this with a group of friends, it was really cool to see what people decided to work back into their diets and what things people really stuck with. So like brown rice pasta, that was a transition for me. So this is something that's super easy to make. It's really good for you if you pay attention to like the pesto that you're getting, making sure that the ingredients are pure, there's no chemicals in them. You go with brown rice pasta. Just little things that you can switch out that make a huge difference. So I have everything mixed together now, and I'm just gonna set this aside, bring up a plate, and there have been times where I've eaten straight out of the pot, but I'm gonna be a little civilized today. I'm gonna scoop a little out and just put it on the plate here. If you're not a huge fan of pesto, you can find different sauces that cater to your personal taste. It's really about finding your go-to meal that you can make super quick, that has flavors that you love, and I'm personally a huge fan of pesto. I could just bathe in pesto and just eat it all up because I love it so much. So I am just going to take some pieces of chicken. I'm not even gonna bother using a fork because this is how I actually do it when I'm at home. I just use my fingers on my own food. And then I'm gonna come in with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. So that is my chicken pesto pasta recipe. And I think this is a really great, just simple balance of flavors. You have the chicken, it adds a nice like salty and peppery flavor. And then the pesto is just bursting with a lot of flavor. You get the basil and there's some walnuts in there and it just meshes nicely together. So everything just goes really, really well. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today. If you wanna see some of my past recipes, you can just click over here and watch them. And be sure you subscribe to Popsugar Girls Guide so you don't miss any of my future recipes, because I have a lot more of my faves coming up to show you guys. So I will see you next time. I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye guys.